Good evening, everybody. It's your favorite aspiring classicist here, a wandering author, reminding you that we are all the authors of our own lives. As always, my message remains the same: spend less, live more, earn your freedom with frugality. And we're on the final chapter of Book 8 of Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. It's a little shorter than the last one, so it won't take us quite as long to get through. But we're talking about friendships of disparity. And Aristotle opens the chapter by saying, differences also arise in friendships where there is disparity between the parties. Each claims to get more than the other, and this inevitably leads to a rupture. If one is a better man than the other, he thinks that he has a right to more, for goodness deserves the larger share. And similarly, when one is more useful than the other, if a man is of no use, they say, he ought not to have an equal share, for it becomes a charity and not a friendship at all. If what one gets out of it is not enough to repay one's troubles, for men think that it ought to be in a friendship as it were in a business partnership, where those who contribute more takes the opposite view. He maintains that it is the part of a good friend to assist those in need. What is the use of being friends with the good and great if one is not to get anything out of it? Now it appears that each of these rival claims is right. Both parties should receive a larger share from their friendship, but not a larger share of the same thing. The superior should receive the larger share of honor, the needy one the larger share of profit, which is a view that I think is foreign to most of us modern capitalist Americans. The superior should receive the larger share of honor, the needy one should receive the larger share of profit. For honor is the due reward of virtue and beneficence, while need obtains the aid it requires in pecuniary gain. The same principle is seen to obtain in public life. A citizen who contributes nothing of value to the common stock is not held in honor, for the common property is given to those who benefit the community, and honor is a part of the common property. For a man cannot expect to make money out of the community and to receive honor as well, for nobody is content to have the smaller share all round, and so we pay honor to the man who suffers money loss by holding office, and give money to the one who takes bribes. Since requital, for nobody is content to have the smaller share all around, and so we pay honor to the man who suffers money loss by holding office, and we give money to the one who takes bribes instead of honor. We don't give honor to people that take bribes. It is also the double meaning of that statement. Since requital in accordance with desert restores equality and is the preservative of friendship, as has been said above. The principle, therefore, should also regulate the intercourse of friends who are unequal. The one who is benefited in purse or character must repay what he can, namely honor. So if you receive more in a friendship than what you put into it, in terms of like financial gain, then you owe it to at least honor the person that is benefiting you. Or so saith Aristotle. For friendship exacts what is possible, not what is due. Requital in accordance with desert is in fact sometimes impossible, for instance in honoring the gods or one's parents. No one could ever render them the honor they deserve, and a man is deemed virtuous if he pays them all the regard that he can. Hence it would appear that a son never ought to disown his father, although a father may disown his son. For a debtor ought to pay what he owes, but nothing that a son can do comes up to the benefits he has received, so that a son is always in his father's debt. But a creditor may discharge his debtor, and therefore a father may disown his son. At the same time, no doubt, it is unlikely that a father ever would abandon a son, unless the son were excessively vicious. For natural affection apart, it is not in human nature to reject the assistance that a son will be able to render. Whereas a bad son will look on the duty of supporting his father as one to be avoided, or at all events not eagerly undertaken, for most people wish to receive benefits, but avoid bestowing them as unprofitable. And what are y'all doing in order to... we're done with chapter 14, and that means we're done with book 8. So we are on book 9 finally, and there's only 10 books in this one total, and after this we get to discuss politics. So what are y'all doing in order to uplift, inspire, and empower your local community today? Because this world isn't changing unless we all do our part, and you can count on me to do mine daily. Until next time, I love y'all.